did not see that. The 3 bounces up off the back of the rim, bounces off the top of the backboard twice, and then in. Oh, I am really glad I made this video because there is stuff in Top Shot right now that I didn't even realize was there until I started making it. Hey guys, in this episode, we're going to catch you up on all the new Cool Cats moments, all the challenges, all the latest news from Top Shot and what to look out for the future. And I'm going to show you moments that you likely missed that are currently available in Top Shot for an absolute steal. Let's get straight into it. Hey guys, welcome to another episode. We got lots to get through today, including the latest from all the Cool Cats, Ben Simmons, Curry, the latest news and updates from Top Shot itself, challenges, and moments you likely missed in the marketplace because there's so many now. I constantly keep finding moments that I haven't seen before because there's so many now. So we're going to go through stuff you've likely missed and get you up to date as well and crunch the news so you don't have to dig deep for all the latest goss. Let's get straight into it. So, Ben Simmons' quest, it finished, and I am very lucky. I mentioned in my previous video that I wasn't lucky enough to get Steph Curry, but I was lucky to get a serial number 271 for Ben Simmons. So again, thank you for this community. You know who you are, who helped me get me through this quest because I didn't have all the seeing stars, and it's just another shining example of the community pulling through together. Speaking of which, we just wrapped up the 2K giveaway in that I had to wait a number of days to give the moments out. We will do a 3K giveaway because people are already donating me moments for that. So it's uncontrollable now. I can't stop it, so it's going to happen, but you must be a subscriber to be eligible for the giveaway or whatever we do when we hit 3K, which we will because our trajectory is just ridiculous and it blows my mind. So thank you again. So if you want to be involved in that, make sure you subscribe. Steph Curry entered the marketplace. He started filtering into people's accounts today. He started off pretty high, but he's currently settling at $39. Very, very reachable. But given they just got knocked out of the playoffs today, I am in no rush to buy it now. I'm going to monitor it and see whether he goes up or down. I'm predicting he's going to go down a little bit because he's not going to be relevant in the next month or so because unfortunately, one of my favorite players is not involved in the playoffs. But hey, the Grizzlies played better, but they don't have to play with Kent Bazemore. If you didn't see it, I was on Twitch with Steph Sutto. It was a really fun chat that we had. An hour 45 minutes blew by. So if you want to catch that, head over to Steph's Twitch. I'll leave a link in the description below. It was a really fun chat. And like I said, time flew talking to Steph. So if you can't get enough Top Shot talk, make sure you check that one out. Latest news from Top Shot. Well, it wasn't a full-on office hours today because Jacob wasn't involved, but I'll briefly summarize what actually did go on, and I'm going to use Jake and Bake's office hours notes today. That's Jake and Bake NFT on Twitter. So let's quickly crunch this news. They mentioned that there's a lot in the pipeline that'll be introduced to combat bad actors, so it looks like there's something happening there. They're introducing changes early next week to reduce the amount of false positives that are happening with blocked payments. They recommend not using a shared credit card or a VPN, which I know a lot of people have an issue with VPN because sometimes you need one or you have to use one for work, or you don't get the choice. Work uses a VPN. So that'll be interesting to see how that develops. The support team's goal is to have a response to every ticket within 24 hours. It'll take some time to reach that. Okay, fair. There are now 50 plus people working on the support team to reach that goal. Dapper is continuing to hire across the board. When you submit a ticket, the first response you get will likely be a cookie cutter troubleshooting recommendation, and if that does not solve your problem, then more will come from the team. In other, keep an eye on social media this weekend. This was the biggest one that came out of the news today. It was a hint at marketing. So we're expecting something today, the 22nd of May, and Twitter. You want to be on Twitter and following NBA Top Shot for that. Even if you're just on Twitter, I'm sure there'll be retweets and you'll be all over it. There will be some playoff-themed events going on next week. And literally, that's all that came out of the office hours, not too much at all. On NBA Top Shot Updates Twitter account, they also released information that said any collector who successfully completed the Showcase quest will also receive $20 in Dapper balance. So that was a little extra. There you go. Part 2 of that, an additional bonus. For every purchase of Ben Simmons Cool Cat's moment prior to 9 a.m., Pacific Standard Time on May 21 will be reimbursed the collector half of that purchase price of the moment, up to $10 for a $20 purchase. So there was some issue with Ben Simmons. A lot of people didn't receive theirs, even though they finished the quest. I didn't have any problem getting mine. Obviously, I got mine quite quickly, being a lucky serial number. But a lot of people have actually completed the quest but didn't get theirs. So I believe this is all to do with that and reimbursement. Maybe those people went to the marketplace and bought Ben Simmons because they didn't get it, and so on and so forth. So if you haven't already and you did the quest, check your Dapper balance. You might find an extra $20 sitting there. Moving on to challenges. Currently, we have 3 live challenges. We've got the Metallic Gold 28 for Cole Anthony, currently at $1,400 to complete. Throwdowns 2, currently at $650 to complete. And Hustle and Show 2, which is, I know, judging by reading all of your comments, is the one you are likely to go for if you're watching this video. And I know a lot of you, and some of you have completed this already, and I know some of you completed it already because there was no cooldowns when the drop initially happened, and so you might have even done it for quite cheap. At its cheapest, not that long ago, it was $140. Currently, it's sitting at $170 to complete from scratch, presuming you didn't get a Hustle and Show pack. The most expensive being Damian Lillard, obviously the most liquid player, and the cheapest being one Toscano Anderson at $18. That's who I got in my pack, actually, Toscano Anderson. I can't be bothered doing the challenge, so I actually sold Toscano Anderson for the Dapper, because likely all of these moments will halve in value once they lose their utility and the challenge is over. After that, you will receive a Ja Morant. Now, what will Ja Morant be worth? The best indicator we have is Hustle and Show Challenge 1, and currently Giannis is sitting at $79 because he got minted 7,106 times. There's a little plus sign because there might be a few more if there's a couple that they need to sort out through customer service or whatever like that. So Ja Morant, it's a pretty cool moment actually. So $170 maybe to get an $80 moment back, and likely all those moments worth $170 will back off to at least half of that. So you possibly might be able to break even. That's up for you to crunch the numbers depending on what your cost is. Traditionally, the more mints that we get, the less Ja Morant will be worth. It also reflects the marketplace. So the marketplace has been dipping further and further for quite some time. So every challenge, that reward moment in value seems to dip as well. So Ja might be worth a little bit less than Giannis because he's never won an MVP, but he is in the playoffs and he might be performing well and getting a pump. Who knows? So I don't expect... I definitely don't expect him to be worth more than Giannis, but he's a good way to gauge where he might be around or in the vicinity of. Having said that, also for Ja Morant, his moment's pretty sick. I mean, that alley-hoop with the showy windmill, hence the set. Giannis's was a double block, so it's a bit more fun, this moment. That doesn't mean everything, but it is a bit more fun. So we also had the reservation pack release 36 drop onto our laps, and this is the last RSVP pack, excluding the one that is only for new collectors coming up. So maybe RSVP packs are done for a while and we're all about playoff packs from here on in, which I'm really excited about. Now, what did I get? I got the funny taco fall where he's getting all showy and using his handles and getting a layup. I also got Damian Jones, first Top Shot debut, and Hassan Whiteside, which I couldn't be less motivated about. So, could be a trade ticket or something like that. But with this drop, this spreadsheet also came out and some interesting stuff came out of it. I am really glad I went right through this spreadsheet because there are lots of moments I've not seen before from players that I like and liquid players that you might also be very, very interested in. I figured out that if you search the spreadsheet for 8,500, you can find all of the new moments that were released in this drop. But there's also a caveat with that. So we're going to go through it. Here is Trae Young's moment, just off the logo three-pointer, and it's only $3. Trae Young for $3. Now, the caveat is, usually I would say, hang on a minute, there's only 32% in circulation right now, and there's another 27,302 Trae Youngs still to drop on the marketplace via packs. But for $3, you are only going to lose $2. So if you're a Trae Young fan, happy days. And he is in the playoffs, and you never know. Other new moments. We got Jaylen Brown, behind the back against the Lakers for the layup. We've also got Jason Tatum. That's 2 All-Stars in a row there, only for $4, hitting a deep three. Kobe White, he's got a moment here where he shakes and bakes against the Kings and then knocks one back. Darius Garland, this is a really cool assist all the way to Sexton, I think it is, for the layup. I mean, that's pretty cool. And that's, look at that. It's $1 on my screen right now. Happy. Let's go select and buy and see if it's still there. No, that was just a one-off, $1. But definitely $2 for Darius Garland. Michael Porter Jr. Okay. Over Gobert. Dunks it over Rudy Gobert. Two-handed as well. I actually remember watching that in the highlights. Killian Hayes for the Pistons. Yeah, not special at all. Just a little layup. Draymond Green's got a brand new moment, and he's throwing up an alley-oop for Kelly Oubre. $2. Kevin Porter Jr. Now, this one was interesting because it was listed, as you can see here, as Kobe White dances into a fadeaway three for the Houston Rockets. And obviously, Kobe White does not play for the Houston Rockets. He plays for the Bulls because we just went through it. But this is the night where he dropped 50 points, Kevin Porter Jr., which is pretty special for him and a really fun highlight as well. Kenya Martin Jr., also for the Houston Rockets against the Hornets. New moment. Domantas Sabonis, All-Star. Here he is hitting a three against the Celtics. I did not see that. The three bounces up off the back of the rim, bounces off the top of the backboard twice, and then in. There you go. I haven't watched this one. That's funny as. TJ McConnell, this is the night he got a triple-double. Just a steal on Jared Allen and goes to lunch for a layup. Anthony Davis has a brand new moment. Oh, this was the game-sealing dunk against Phoenix Suns not long ago, and they needed that win to get a certain seed in place. And Davis played a ridiculous amount of minutes. They minted that really quickly because that one was, the 9th of May, and this is only the 22nd of May. Okay. They are getting real quick, which is good for the playoffs. Dennis Schroeder, he has a brand new moment. A little behind the back to Montrezl Harrell. Kyle Kuzma. I wasn't 100% sure this was a new moment, but there we go for the reverse dunk against the Raptors. Jaren Jackson Jr., he's got a new moment, throwing down the left hand against the Clippers in his debut, or at least his return from injury. Actually, I think they said it was his debut. Yeah, it was his first game of the 2021 season, left-handed dunk. Jimmy Butler has a new moment, alley-oop from Bam Adebayo, alley-oop lay-in, not bad at all. Giannis, here we go. This is one of the second or third most liquid player on NBA Top Shot, according to Flow Market Cap players, and there's a left-hand alley-oop over the top of the Brooklyn Nets, over the top of Kevin Durant, actually. Middleton throws it up. So that's not bad. If that's your favorite player, $4 you can get him for. That's pretty cool. Karl Anthony Towns, he has a moment where he's, stuffing it on the Warriors. Is that against Wiggins? It is too. He dunks on Wiggins. That's a bit personal. Ricky Rubio, he has a $2 hello. He takes my man Joe Ingles to town with the head fake. Jackson Hayes, $2. He's got a dunk against the Clippers. Zion Williamson. Now, this is the cheapest Zion Williamson. Against the Knicks. This is the cheapest Zion for $6 on Top Shot. So if Zion's your favorite player, and I believe he's the second most liquid player on NBA Top Shot, behind the LeBron James, $6 for Zion. I'm going to have to pick up some of these. I did not know all of these were in existence because I've been too busy lifing with the family. Julius Randle, another All-Star. That's a pretty tough shot. Fadeaway against OKC. Poku. Behind the back. Poku for OKC, behind the back for his teammates to dunk. Is Poku playing next season, or was he just part of the tank? I don't know. Ben Simmons, I did not remember he had a new moment. Behind the back to Korkmaz for 3. Eyes in the back of his head. I'll be picking up one of these, you know this. Damian Lillard, another deep 3, which is trademark Damian Lillard. So that is pretty cool. $4 for Dame. That's pretty sick. Derek Jones Jr., also for Portland. He does this ridiculous 360 on the baseline against the Raptors and gets it to go. That's pretty cool. Brand new moment. Kyle Lowry. Now, if he gets traded or moves on, this might be a bit of a collector's item as well. He steps back for a 3 against the Lakes and knocks it down, $2. I mean, everything's ridiculously cheap right now. And here's Russell Westbrook smashing it down against the Knicks. This was a pretty cool highlight, I remember this, just for $3. And this is part of the problem with the throwdowns challenge. This is a really good throwdown, better than a lot of them in the set. And the throwdown set, a lot of the best throwdowns from the season were not in the throwdown set. They were in other sets like Base Moments, Rising Stars. And this is another good one, which could have very easily been a throwdown. Now, Russell Westbrook's moment in the throwdown set was pretty awesome. But just saying, Paul George had a better one in the base sets, and Anthony Edwards had a better one in the Rising Stars. So that just came to mind today about the throwdown set, in that a lot of good throwdowns from this season haven't been in the throwdown set. And we all had feelings on that one, so moving on from there. So these are the brand new moments that many of which I didn't even realize, and I've just watched for the first time with you, that you might be interested in the marketplace moving forward, considering there's such a low risk on these. At worst, you're going to lose like $3 or something like that. Or $5 would be the worst case scenario, buying a $6 Zion Williamson. So happy eating in the marketplace if you take some of the fancy of these ones. My position is still being flexible and maintaining Dapper for the playoffs. We don't know what's coming. Things are developing rapidly, and the playoffs are starting today. So I want to be eligible, I want to be available, and I want to be able to afford whatever they throw at us during the playoffs. And I think that's the best position for us to be in, because these moments aren't going anywhere. Steph Curry, Cool Cats, I'll be able to get him months down the line, and there's no rush for me to buy him today and sacrifice my Dapper just to satisfy that. If you've got patience, you can do a lot of things in Top Shot. Don't buy out of fear, and don't buy out of greed. Anyway, that is my video for today. If you are not subscribed already and you fancy getting stuff in giveaways and getting quality Top Shot content all the damn time, please consider subscribing and giving a like if you got any value out of this video. Other than that, I will see you in the next one, and I appreciate you. See you guys. Catch you in the next episode. Bye.